Hi there, folks. My name's NovaWrap24, and welcome to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for your simulation release news and goings-on from the week that was. So here we are on Sunday, the 4th of September, for the newest edition of the NovaWrap after my bit of time away. So thank you very much for your patience, everybody, while I have been busy with other things in life. But of course, we are back here with the news, and let's jump straight into it with the latest aircraft release for Microsoft Flight Simulator, with the team over at Carinado releasing their rendition of the Pilatus PC-12. So the PC-12 is a venerable single-engine turboprop bizprop. I don't know what's quite the right terminology for that. Aircraft that has seen service around the world in a variety of different guises and has been praised for its capabilities as a high-performing aircraft for a very affordable cost. Now, this particular rendition of the aircraft is the executive version of the aircraft and is the PC-12 and comes with a couple of interesting little features for this one. Now, the team at Carinado are no stranger to the PC-12, having produced it for legacy sims over the years. FSX prepared, and I want to say there was an X-Plane version actually released by them at some point in the past as well. So they've brought their experience and brought the aircraft over to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, as a result, we've got some pretty good, it's a decent quality model on the outside. Now, I will point out that I have actually just purchased this one, but I haven't. But as of recording this video, I have not flown it, but I have looked at the modeling of it, and it's the first thing that struck me straight away is while the model is good, it very much appears to be it's not the same as their legacy model of it for the legacy Microsoft sort of ESP based sims, but it's definitely very, very close to it. So, but overall the model looks quite good with some quite good color schemes in there. You get 9 liveries included with the release package, and in terms of avionics, it comes with the default Asobo GNS 530 and 430 options, along with full support for GTN 750 integration for both of the the freemium rendition from PMS50, as well as the payware edition for the GTN 750XI from TDS Simulations. Along with that, it comes with a number of other features, including support for sort of 3 different preset options of either cold and dark settings, ready to taxi or ready for takeoff options, along with a full custom sound set for all of the aircraft sounds, both internally and externally, with a customized flight dynamics and full support for PBR textures. I really need to stop just talking about that because I need to just saying when it's not done. But anyway, either way, the aircraft is looking, from the publicity shots and from the brief looks that I've had, the aircraft does look really, really good. So kind of impressive with this one. Coming out for the standard price for Carinado stuff at the moment, coming out for $25 or your original equivalent, available exclusively from the in-sim marketplace, available now. Moving out of Microsoft Flight Simulator and moving into the world of X-Plane 11 now, even though I know, yes, we know that X-Plane 12 is imminent in its release, and it's about to go into its public beta. But the release from the team from Any Scene have released their first helicopter scenery for X-Plane 11 with the release of the Hooper Memorial Heliport in Los Angeles, California. So this is a publicly owned heliport. However, it is exclusively used and is exclusively used by the Los Angeles Police Department's 16 helicopters. Now, this rendition of the scenery includes a highly detailed representation of the heliport, including both helipads, along with 16 parking places available throughout the layout as well. Includes support for active windstocks and active flags responding to wind conditions, as well as a number of bridges and other buildings around the area as well, which also are fully landable. And the bridges, yes, you can fly under them. So for me, kind of that for me. That's a selling point right there. Also includes a number of other points of interest to be modelled around the area, including a full detailed rendition of the adjacent rail yard and various rolling stock, as well as a detailed rendition of Union Station and a number of other visual and physical obstacles around the area as well. And if you wanted to pick this one up and add this one to your X-Plane 11 collection, not sure if it's going to be X-Plane 12 compatible, but if it's being released this late, I kind of assumed it would be. You can pick it up for $6 or your original equivalent, available now from the Any Builds store. Continuing on with X-Plane 11 releases, the development team over at Boundless Simulations released their rendition of Welshpool Airport for X-Plane 11 this week. So this is a GA airport, so which is home to several flight schools, but also home to the Wales Air Ambulance Service as well. So there is plenty here, both for our GA members of our community and for our Frantic Palm Tree members of our family as well. Includes custom up-to-date high-definition ortho imagery for the airport and surrounding area, with all airport buildings modelled, as well as custom high-definition forests and vegetation in the surrounding areas. Also includes support for, as part of that high-definition forest and vegetation, that includes 3D volumetric grass, as well as 3D FPS-friendly trees. The airport is as accurate as it appears at the start of 2022, so it is very, very recent, including integration of photorealistic signage throughout the airport and on a number of airport buildings, from what I can see on the publicity images. And if you want to pick this one up and add this one to your collection, you can pick this one up for $9 or your original equivalent, available now from Boundless Simulations. Moving out of the flight simulation world and moving into the world of the permanent way, the team over at Dovetail Games released their latest route add-on for Train Simulator Classic, with the release of the Holzkirchen Wörgl route this week in Austria. So this new route add-on adds in 85 kilometers of route from Holzkirchen to Wörgl via Rosenheim. And this particular route is interesting because it actually weaves its way in and out and across the German-Austrian border. Includes 24 highly detailed stations throughout the line, including as well as custom scenery for your German and Austrian visitors. Along with the stations on the route includes a Deutsche Bahn BR182 locomotive, also includes the European Loco and Asset Pack, as well as 5 career scenarios for your train simulation pleasure. And if you're wanting to pick this one up and add this one to your collection, you can pick this one up for $30 or your original equivalent, available now on Steam. And finally, rounding out the NovaWrap this week with a interesting new entry from the team over at Zocus. I'm gonna go out a limb and say it's a Zocus, with the release this week of a new VR only racing simulator called Omega Pilot. Now, this is a really interesting one. Actually, I looked at it and wasn't sure how I felt about it, but then I'm looking at both the trailers and various review videos of this title, and it looks absolutely fascinating. Essentially, it puts itself in a premise of a sort of near future sort of idea where racing has moved, has dispensed with those klutzy things called wheels, and has instead embraced hover technology, and gives you a interesting little experience of what it's like to drive on the edge using repulsor lift type technology. So it's a very early release. They've gone through. I've already had a couple of patches already out for it, and a lot of positive receptions coming out from the community here. Now, this was originally released into early access in May, so for some of you may see that this is not new, but it went into full live release this week, so it is now considered feature complete. So this includes a number of different tracks as well around your in various different sceneries, and a number of different vehicles for you to try. What's interesting though is that not only is it a full VR setup, it actually doesn't sort of do what, say, like Flight Simulation VR does, where you've got the headset on, but you actually still use physical controls for controlling your aircraft. aircraft. In this one, instead, you actually use your VR actual sort of handsets. So, VR hand things. I don't know. What are they actually called? Whatever those things are that you hold in your hands when you're using VR. So it's really interesting how they've done it, and that was the part that I wasn't really sure about. And it's really fascinating to see people using it and experiencing it, and it looks pretty cool. Or almost getting me towards picking up some VR. But I will get there eventually. I will be dragged kicking and screaming into the 21st century eventually. But in the meantime, if you do have a VR headset, this might be a title that you might want to pick up, especially considering the price. This one's coming in for $15 or your regional equivalent, available now on Steam. And with that, folks, that now rounds up this first edition back of the NovaWrap for the remainder of this year. Thanks very much for joining us. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter and on Twitch. Just search NovaWing24. All right, folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.